everyone, the honorable judges and teachers, fellow friends, and all audiences. My name is Emma Dawny Roha Sinaga. I am from Budi Dharma Junior High School, Balige. I am in grade 7. Today, I am going to tell you a story about St. Francis of Assisi. Once upon a time, a handsome baby was born in a rich family in Assisi, Italy, on the 5th of July, 1182. His parents were very happy. "Welcome, my baby boy," said Donna Pica, the baby's mother. "You are the most precious thing we ever had." And then the mother named him Giovanni Bernardo, which means John. He lived in wealth, and everyone gave what he wanted. Pietro, his father, wished his son to love France, so he renamed his son Francesco, or Francis. As Francis grew up, he became a merchant and loved France just like his father's wishes. He became a leader of a crowd of young who spent their nights in wild parties. Francis was a man in sin. Francis dreamed of being a knight. Finally, a call for knights for the Fourth Crusade gave him a chance for his dream. Francis used his wealthiness to buy a suit and an armor. But Francis never got a chance to join the battle. On the way, he had a dream in which God told him that he got it all wrong and he had to return home. Francis was confused, and his father was angry because he wasted money. The villagers even called him a coward. In search for conversion, Francis started to realize that he was a man full of sins. "Dear Lord, I am a man full of sins. Please forgive me." One day, when Francis was praying in the church of San Damiano, God called to him 3 times.
"Francis, repair my church, which, as you can see, is falling into ruin."
God, I am here. What do I have to repair?"
"Francis, repair my church, which, as you can see, is falling into ruin."
"What church, Lord? What church do I have to repair?"
"Francis, repair my church, which, as you can see, is falling into ruin."
I know. This church is in a bad state. I must repair it. But I need money. I know. And Francis hurried towards his father's store and stole some clothes. "I shall sell these clothes and my horse to get some money and repair the church." But unfortunately, his father knew what Francis had done. He was angry. How did this happen? Where is Francis?" His father searched for Francis and brought him home, beat him furiously, placed grasshoppers on his feet, and locked him in his bedroom. His mother freed Francis when his father was away. "Quick, you must go. Hide." But unfortunately, Pietro found Francis again and hit him on the head and threatened him. "Didn't I punish you? Go to your house immediately and never go out again, or else I would have to renounce your inheritance and take away the money you have stolen." Francis denied him. The money for the clothing belongs to God and the poor. His father was angry. And then a letter came from the Bishop Guido of Assisi, who knew what had happened. The letter said, "God does not desire that his church enjoy goods that acquired unjustly. So Francis obeyed the letter and added, "The clothing that I am wearing also belongs to my father, and I shall return it to him." And so Francis returned his clothes to his father and said to him, "Up to now you have been my father on earth. But from now on I could say, 'Our Father who art in heaven.'" And Francis left all his wealthiness and became a good and better person. Francis was also known as brother for all. He loved animals and nature and cared for them. He considered them as the wonder of God's creation. He can even talk to animals. When he preached, the birds, which he called sister birds, would follow him. And the rabbits would follow him too. Once, he even tamed a wolf that was terrorizing the city of Gubbio. Francis was staying in the city, preaching to the people, when suddenly people started panicking. "There's a wolf in the forest, killing animals and people! Close the doors! Get inside!" But Francis stayed calm. "I shall go and meet this wolf. I'm sure he didn't mean any harm done." The villagers tried to stop him. "No, master, please don't go. The wolf is surely to kill you. Please listen to us." But there was nothing that could stop Francis. He and his companions started walking towards the forest. But when they approached the woods, one by one, the disciples started to left. And when he reached the forest, Francis had only one person left with him. The disciple said, "Master, we are alone. It's too scary. What if the wolf shows up?" Francis said, "We are not alone. God is with us." Suddenly, the wolf came, charging out of the forest at them. And the disciples ran away while saying, "Ah! Save yourselves!" Francis was left all alone. The wolf charged at Francis, about to attack him. But Francis stayed calm. He prayed to God and asked for power to tame the wolf. And miraculously, God answered his prayer and tamed the wolf. Francis then brought the wolf to the town. He offered the townspeople peace on behalf of the wolf. And finally, the townspeople agreed to feed the wolf, and the day was saved. Later in life, Francis received a vision that left him with the stigmata of Christ, marks resembling wounds of Jesus Christ when he was crucified on the cross. Francis was 42 years old at the time. He went off to a lonely mountain called Mount La Verna. He prayed to God, "Dear Lord, let me experience the suffering of Christ endured on the holy cross, and let me experience the love in which you did it." Magically, God showed himself and gave the stigmata as the answer to his prayer. And Francis was fully transformed, and the love of God stayed in his heart. And then, Francis was canonized as a saint on July 16, 1228. Francis was also known as the patron saint of animals. Saint Francis even considered death as his sister. He is not afraid to die. Saint Francis had become a big influence to the world. His story has taught us to not focus on luxurious life, treasures, and wealthiness, but instead, he taught us to follow God, even though it needs lots of effort and sacrifice. He also reminded us to share our love to all creations, even nature and animals. So, let's follow God and share our love. That's a great story. Thank you, and God bless us all.